Today, we will be talking about one of the most dramatic rise and fall stories in recent Roblox YouTube history. This is the story of YouLook and Omar, a creator who went from humble tutorials to Roblox charity streams to hitting 100,000 subscribers to scamming his fans and then losing everything in a short amount of time. This isn't just about numbers going down, it's about trust, influence, and how fast a Roblox career can collapse when deception enters the picture. Now, Omar first appeared on YouTube around 2020 during a time when Roblox content was exploding in popularity. Back then, his channel looked like thousands of others, consisting of simple thumbnails, basic editing, and tutorial-style videos aimed at younger players. His early uploads included things like free Piggy VIP server and how to earn your first 10,000 Robux. These were the kinds of videos that didn't break records, but they slowly brought people in by offering legitimate help to the community. For a while, Omar stayed in that lane. He wasn't viral, but he was consistent. He steadily uploaded, learning how Roblox YouTube worked, and this would eventually pay off enough to give him a real audience. At this point, he had around 20,000 subscribers, and for a Roblox creator, that is some pretty respectable growth. Around this time, Omar leans heavily into the game Please Donate, which became the main part of his brand. In Please Donate, generosity is content, and Omar positioned himself as a rich, charitable streamer. His streams and videos had titles like We Blimped Each Other and Please Donate, and giveaways where Robux were constantly being handed out. This helped him build a persona. Omar wasn't just a YouTuber, he was someone who gave back to the community. That image mattered because he gained trust from his child audience. Viewers saw him as someone generous, wealthy, and successful inside Roblox, and this is a foundation that allowed everything else to happen later. In 2025, Omar's channel took off in a way that it never had before. By October of that year, he had reached over 100,000 subscribers. Along with doing short videos, he started doing long live streams that lasted hours, sometimes running for nearly 8 hours to maximize engagement. This kept viewers watching longer, increased donations, and pushed his content harder in the algorithm. His video titles became more aggressive too, and these titles include donating everyone 100 plus Robux, free secrets, and similar promises. These streams were designed to pull in younger players who wanted Robux, items, or special access. Omar leaned fully into the role of a wealthy Roblox streamer who could give you anything. Around this time, his avatar also started changing. Viewers noticed that Omar began dressing like Sammy, a popular developer who owns the game studio Brainrot. At first, it looked like a joke or cosplay, but in hindsight, it foreshadowed much bigger problems. This wasn't just a costume. Omar later admitted to editing a verification mark onto his profile to make the impersonation more convincing, a tactic he justified as quote-unquote simple clickbait. By blurring the line between a fan and the developer, he created a false sense of authority that made his scams easier to execute. Everything really started to fall apart during a live stream in August 2025. While streaming still at Brainrot, Omar interacted with a viewer named Martin Gilliam. According to the chat logs and screenshots later shown, Omar told Martin that in order to be added to the server, he needed to drop an orange $20. Martin agreed and donated $20, but instead of stopping there, Omar escalated the situation. He told Martin, quote, "The last thing I need is a pink $50, and then I can invite you and you can take whatever you want." This immediately raises concerns because the original requirement had already been met. This specific phrasing, pink $50, was a manipulative tactic, color-coding the money to make it feel like a part of the game mechanic rather than a real financial transaction. Martin, trusting Omar, donated a $50 as well. He even told Omar directly, "You better give me everything." At one point, he confusedly said things like, "This is the last orange 20 I need," mixing amounts and making it seem like more was still required. Then came the betrayal. While playing, Omar, who was dressed as the developer Sammy, allegedly removed Martin's access or kicked him after receiving the donations. The specific in-game item Martin wanted, known as the Long Grande, was taken back. To make matters worse, chat logs show messages from an account labeled Sammy, typing in all caps, "You'll get it, I promise," and "Don't call police." This added another layer of confusion as viewers believed that a real Roblox developer was involved. From Martin's perspective, the situation looked simple. He paid at least $90 and didn't receive what he was promised. The incident might have stayed buried if not for a YouTuber named Fiship. On August 31st, 2025, Fiship, who had around 50,000 subscribers, uploaded a video titled "Stop Scamming Kids" at YouLook and Omar. In the video, Fiship presented screenshots and chat logs showing Omar demanded a $20 and $50 donations from Martin. He broke down the stream and explained why this wasn't just trolling, but looked like deliberate deception. Despite Fiship being a relatively small creator, the video exploded, pulling in over 63,000 views. For a channel of that size, that level of traction is huge. The Roblox community started paying attention, and the reaction was immediate as comments under Fish's video were angry and Omar's own streams became hostile. Viewers flooded the chat with accusations saying things like, "Hate to tell you, but we all know you're a scammer and you changed Omar." The friendly, generous image he had built began to crack. On September 1st, 2025, Omar responded through an announcement in his Discord server. He addressed what he called, quote, "a short about me that has gotten 40,000 views." Instead of a clear apology, the statement focused on denial. Now, Omar claimed that the Martin incident was quote quote-unquote all just a joke. He said he initially took back the secret troll item in the La Grande, but claimed he later allowed Martin to rejoin and retrieve it. For many users, this explanation didn't line up with the evidence already circulating, and he provided no proof of this reinstatement. He also addressed the accusations of impersonating Sammy. Omar admitted that he used Sammy's avatar and a fake verification mark, but he defended it as simple clickbait. He claimed that a bunch of YouTubers do it, and that there's no harm in it. The statement ended with Omar shifting the blame. He said that if donors don't add him back on Roblox, there's nothing he can do about that. To the average person viewing this situation, this sounds like pushing responsibility onto the very kids who felt scammed. He essentially argued that a missed friend request justified keeping hundreds of dollars, creating a loophole to absolve himself of guilt. Instead of calming things down, the statement made the situation worse. By October 2025, the damage was inevitable. Omar's channel statistics began collapsing. His social blade showed massive negative numbers, including losses like minus 250,000 views on October 13 alone. His growth didn't just slow down, it reversed. But despite the backlash, Omar kept streaming. In late October, he was still going live with video titles like Steal a Brainrot Free Secrets and Admin Abuse. To many viewers, it looked like he was trying to squeeze donations out of whatever audience remained. Longtime viewers and even moderators began to turn on him. One user named Lachlan028 commented, "Rip Omar, and I might stop modding, not gonna lie." Another viewer asked, "Where's your apology?" The inner circle that once protected him was falling apart. On October 27, 2025, Omar posted a screenshot to his Discord server. The image showed his YouTube dashboard and the message was clear. "You Lookin' Omar was removed from YouTube." The stated reason was spam, deceptive practices, and scams. YouTube explicitly said the channel was removed to protect our community. In a single moment, Omar's 100,000 subscriber milestone meant nothing. Years of uploads, streams, and growth were erased, and the platform he relied on was gone for good. After 2 months of silence, Omar resurfaced on December 21st, 2025. In his Discord, he announced, "New channel rebrand, not getting banned, lock in." This time, he was no longer You Lookin' Omar. He launched a new channel under the name Preface. The branding was completely different, featuring a generic avatar, clearly trying to distance itself from the past. However, the comeback didn't work. The new channel struggled to gain traction, sitting at just 27 subscribers. And the Discord announcement was a ghost town. Instead of excitement, the post received only a handful of reactions, including 2 skull emojis and a single laughing face, signaling that his community was not ready to forgive. The audience that once followed them did not come back. Many viewers either remember what happened or simply didn't care enough to give him another chance. Without trust, the content alone, or lack thereof, was not enough to rebuild momentum. This story highlights the bigger picture within Roblox streaming culture. When creators build audiences full of young viewers, there's a responsibility that comes with that influence. Promises, joking, and trolling can cross the line very quickly when real money and trust are involved. Omar's downfall wasn't caused by one mistake, but by how he responded once people started questioning him. Now, I have a question for you. Do you think Roblox YouTubers who say it was just a joke deserve second chances, or is YouTube right to permanently remove Omar's channel? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And before I end off, I want to state that I do not condone harassment or hate towards anyone mentioned in this video. This video was meant for informative and educational purposes only. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Do